Hot Springs Village Inside Out is a closer look at the greatness of Hot Springs Village, Arkansas and the surrounding areas. People, places, experiences. Hot Springs Village is one of the most beautiful places on earth. Join me, Randy Cantrell, and my co-host Dennis Simpson as we engage in weekly conversations to explore Hot Springs Village Inside Out. Today's show is brought to you by Central Arkansas's favorite radio station, KVRE. Find them on the dial at 92.9 FM. Stream them live at kvre.com. RE/MAX of Hot Springs Village. The award-winning RE/MAX of Hot Springs Village is the largest real estate office inside the village with over 30 full-time agents and support staff. Visit them to learn more about this beautiful place to solve your real estate needs. Call them today at 1-800-364-9007. Find them online at explorehsv.com. They are RE/MAX of Hot Springs Village at 1-800-364-9007 or online at explorehsv.com. Ike Eisenhower State Farm. Ike and his award-winning team have been serving the insurance needs of folks all around Hot Springs Village since 1998. Ike has qualified for State Farm's President's Club, Chairman's Circle, and Hot Springs Village Insurance Agent of the Year. Call Ike Eisenhower State Farm today at 501-984-4100. That's 501-984-4100. Find them online at ikeeisenhower.net. Call them today for all your insurance needs because, like a good neighbor, Ike Eisenhower State Farm is there.
So, here I am trying to have a little vacation in Branson, and my wife's trying to get arrested. What's up with this, Christy, right?
Listen, that's why you don't ever leave the gates. You stay here forever.
We get a phone call. Diana gets a phone call. She hardly ever has her phone on ring. It hardly ever rings. And it's a man who's big voice, and he's speaking strongly. And he says, we have to have $500 immediately. You can pay us by Visa because you're going to be arrested. Actually, we'll be there within 2 hours to pick you up, Diana, at your home at Sierra Drive, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, what? Give me the phone, honey. Yeah, you've missed. Sent you a summons for jury duty, and you've missed it. So there's a $500 penalty, and you have to pay now, or we'll be there within the next 2 hours. So I said, "Oh, this is funny. Come on, And I hang up the phone, and I call my friend Christy, and I said, "Christy, they say they're going to pick up Diana in the next 2 hours." And Christy, I'm going to quote you, and you said, "Come get her."
You shouldn't tell people that. I did say that. I was frustrated. I was so frustrated because I think on that same day, I guess they were just calling a lot of village people because I was getting complaints from all over the village. And I was like, dadgummit, because you can't catch these people. There's some bunker somewhere under some, just another country. And they've got a cell phone and they're calling my people and they're harassing them and then making them scared that they're going to go to jail. And first of all, just let's put it out there. We don't tell people on the phone we're going to come get them. What do we do, Dennis?
We just come get you, were her exact words.
That's right. That's what I was, that's what I told you as well. So
we'll give you a 2-hour notice and tell you can pay it by Visa on the phone right now.
No.
We
don't
go ahead
have a way to take a Visa card. So
I'm sorry, I interrupted you. Say that again.
I said we don't have ways to take Visa or American Express. It's cash money, bail money, that kind of stuff. But
we're laughing and joking about it, and I'm not busting you out. But the bottom line is that it's a serious offense. And there's really no way for this. And I'm a guy who owns a telephone company, and I can tell you right now, it's very hard to track that back and find these people. But all that said, these are just one of the many scams that are perpetrated on the people in the village. Because if you tell people in the village they've missed jury duty, this is a serious thing to them, right, Christy?
Yeah, it is. And that's what it is they're playing on their emotions and they know how to push those buttons. And again, like I said, that day you called me, I had like 5 or 6 people calling and saying that, hey, are you guys going to come get me? Are you looking for me? No, we are not. And I can tell you that there's no law enforcement agency in the country that is going to call you and say that we need your money or you're going to go to jail. Never going to happen. Never going to happen. And then, I mean, honestly, if you just hang up on them, that's the best thing to do. But go in there and block them on your phone number. You can block them and that number won't harass you, but it's going to happen because after a few hours, they're going to find another way to get a new number and they're going to call you again from a different number. So there's just no easy answer to these things other than stop giving money. Don't give money. Don't give money to anybody that asks for you money on the phone, gift card scams. I know we talked about you and your Diana trip a couple of weeks ago, but last week was gift cards. People were calling and saying, hey, you won a prize. You won $22,000. All you need to do is run to the Walgreens, go get you some gift cards. We need $200, $300, $500 gift cards. You send them to us. Give us those code numbers to secure your winnings, and then we'll send you the money.
And Christy, why do they do Walgreens now? Because Walmart will ask you when you go to make a large deposit or a wire transfer, are you sure this is an entity you know? They've seen this fraud. They're trying to stop it too.
Yeah, and Walgreens is too. Walgreens is doing the same thing as well because we got somebody, Walgreens called because they said that somebody was mad at them because they weren't going to give them the gift cards because they knew it was a scam and the person was upset that they wouldn't sell them the gift cards. So, I mean, it's just, there's no easy answer. I came back from Washington, D.C. last week from the Elder Abuse Summit. And what I learned from that, we had 50 law enforcement agencies represented, or 50 law enforcement states represented from all 50 states, actually. We even had an officer from Maui. And then we had different people involved in combating elder abuse, such as different state agencies. And the biggest elder abuse that we have is going to be through financial scams. And we're not unique. You know, I kind of thought we were unique when I first got here because I seen it every day. But to hear these people's stories all over the country, we're not unique. And that's the problem. These people are overseas and they're making so much money from Americans that are elder by doing these financial scams, whether it's Publishers Clearinghouse, whether it's you're going to go to jail if you don't pay your bond. They're making so many thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars that are going to go to these other people. It's just, it's very difficult to do. And at this, I mean, I was at the federal DOJ building, and you know, so it's being looked at all over. There's just no easy answer to combat it other than education. And that's what we're pushing is education. Stop doing it. Just don't give them any money. Hang up on them, because if we all band together and our elder population stop giving them money, maybe they'll go to a different country. But right now,
it'll dry up really, really quickly. Well, and what's going on is that the Wall Street Journal had an article last month that basically said we have the most 65-year-olds we've ever had in our life, 65 and older. Arkansas, America has never been grayer than it is right now. And that doesn't stop for the next 3 years. We get even more 65-year-olds and even more 65-year-olds and even more 65-year-olds and older in the next 3 years. So we're going to be grayer and grayer. Not you and me, Christy. We're not going that way. We're going to stay young forever, right? It's just, yeah. But you know, the whole scam thing, it number one, it's disgusting to me. But number two, you're right. They pay it because it works, right?
Yeah. And, you know, I was sitting there at this Elder Justice Abuse Summit and I was hearing the stories of these other detectives of, you know, issues that they had. And, you know, we've seen the highest I've seen here is 98,000. That's the highest that I've seen, 40,000, 20,000. And like you said, it's disgusting. It's heart wrenching. It makes me literally so upset and angry because there's nothing that we can do, and to see that this poor person has been scammed out of this money. But you know, but that's the big ones. I mean, it's the little ones every day that's keeping these people moving, like getting a $500 gift card here, a $500 gift card there, you know, $2,500 out of a bank account. I had a lady come in yesterday or last Friday, and she said, "Hey, they just said I won 22,000. All I got to do is go to the bank, set up an account, and wire them 2,500, and then they'll dump the money in the account to verify that it's real." So they're speaking in bank terms, and these are educated individuals. This isn't, somebody that's sick with Alzheimer's or dementia and they just don't know the real world. This is a person who has banking experience, who was very successful in their career in finances. And it made sense to them that if they won this amount of money, they set up an account to ensure that it's been verified so they can, it makes sense. But it's not real. So, it's very hard to educate people on that, because it's not just people that you think that are being targeted, sick and elderly, that they're not in their right mind. No, these are very educated individuals. And it's not just 60s, it's 50s, it's 40s, it's in their 30s. Our police Facebook account the other day said some notification that your Facebook was compromised. And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want somebody to post something horrible on our Facebook page. So I went in there and clicked the link. So, and then I had to think, what am I doing? And I had to go back and change passwords and stuff like that. So these people are very talented on what they do. And we've just got to band together and say, just stop what you're doing. Call me, call your bank, call whoever you need to verify that it's to make you feel better. But Dennis, when was the last time you actually won something that just showed up in the mail?
It's been a day or so.
When was the last time that you win a large amount of money and you had to give something? Shauna, our commander in here, she's she's big in sweepstakes and she's won thousands and thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
And she does a lot of education on that too, because she sees those scams and things happen. And she's like, even if it's sweepstakes, nobody's ever going to ask for your money, your bank account, your social security number, period. Yeah. And there are some good sweepstakes out there, and there are some good, different things that you can do to win prizes, but it's not going to ever ask you for your money, your bank account, or your social security number. So.
Well, the fine folks, I'm older. I don't know if you know that. We look the same age, I know, and everything, but I'm a little older. And I remember back in the 70s, before there was this thing called the interwebs, people would actually meet in parks in major cities. They would have check. I just found this check and it's not endorsed. It doesn't have a pay to on it. It's signed. This check is for $1,000. We can go to the bank. I don't have a bank account. Could you go with me and I'll split it with you, and I'll give you 500 and I'll take 500. Just put it in your bank. And the check is obviously no good. They knew where it came from. They didn't find it on the ground. This is nothing different than we've been doing for the last 50 years. Right. It's just in a different medium, right?
It's in an organized, highly managed corporational model that it's being done. So, and that's why they're putting out so many. But you said the check thing, that's coming back. So we need to talk about that too. People are moving back to that. You've got scammers that are local, knowing that they can't make the kind of money that these foreign people are making, and they're going back to producing these checks, and they're putting them in mailbox. And
oh my Lord,
fake banks, and actually they're real banks. They use the real banking information, but it's not from that financial institution. So they'll reproduce the copy mark for one of our local banks, so it looks like it's from our local banks, and they'll say it's a check paid to the order of for this whatever, and then you go cash it, and then is what it is it's not real. So
yeah, my mother, whose age I will not disclose, but it's in the 80 something. Yeah. We were driving back from Florida a couple of years ago, and she called and said, I've got this email and it's from Amazon and it says that my password has expired and I need to go now. And I said, hang on. Who's it from? Joe Squirrely at squirrelysales.com. I said, why would Amazon be using his email address? Oh, yeah. Well, I've already got logged in and given them my information. I'm like, Mother. She said, well, it had an Amazon logo on it. I said, Mother, I worked with you in a printing company for 13 years that you still own. Don't you know how easy in a printing company it is to take a logo and put it on a letterhead and send it out? And for what it's worth, Christy, at the radio station, I'm an admin on their Facebook account too. We get things that we violated copyright. You know what? Nothing gets a radio station's attention quicker than you violated copyright. I'm on it in a heartbeat. I'm literally sitting at the 38 Special concert Saturday night going, holy cow,
no.
That's bogus.
Right.
Just in case you think it's you, right?
Yeah. Right. And I mean, it's Yahoo, it's Amazon, it's Netflix, it's Google, it's all the time. And poor Will, Will, our IT guy, I was so proud the other day because he sent out the phishing thing. And I was like, I did that with me, because I've done it before. Because you think, when somebody says that they're FOIing, that's my world, that's my field. And if somebody's FOIing something, I want to make sure I'm transparent and I give them what they need. So
Hey, well, to the listener, I have to translate for Christy sometimes. FOI is Freedom of Information Act.
Yes. Thank you.
And to Christy, that's okay. You have to translate for me too some days. I get it. But,
not as much.
But the Freedom of Information Act, basically, for Arkansas, it's the FOA law, as we call it. And anybody that requests that information, it will get under certain guidelines. You're supposed to give that information back. 3 days, right?
3 days. 3 days. So whenever I get the email on like a Saturday at 2 a.m, I'm like, oh no, I need to hurry up. So anyway,
because it's noon in India.
I know. So, anyway. Well, we just all got to. Again, if anybody has a question or they see something, just give us a call. I'm in here. Sean is in here. We'll be more than happy to talk to them. It's more than likely going to be a scam. But, if they just want to talk about it, that's fine. We're more than happy to just do anything before you give them their money. Call
exactly. 501-922-0011.
That's it.
Right?
Yep.
And that's the non-emergency number. Shauna or anybody of the staff will answer. They'll be happy to answer your questions or call you back. Don't pay the money until you talk to somebody.
Don't do it.
Once again, sorry to see Diana go to prison, but her bail wasn't that much.
I'm glad they didn't cover her up.
Christy, as always, thank you, dear. Talk to you next time.
Have a good evening.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thanks for watching and listening to Hot Springs Village Inside Out, a weekly podcast starring Hot Springs Village, Arkansas. Visit the website at hotspringsvillageinsideout.com.